My name is Jasmine Dickson, and I am one of the Fortress of Hope team leaders. And I'm coming to you live this evening. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope the holiday season is treating each of you well. So this evening, I just wanted to come on and share a few words, words of hopefully of encouragement with each and every one of you. As you guys get in, if you missed who I am, my name is Jasmine Dickson. I'm one of the team leads with Fortress of Hope Ministries. Shonda and Eldon are the founder and co-founder of this ministry, and we're so very grateful for them. And this month, we are actively pushing acts of service, hoping that each one of you will find different ways or small ways to find a reason to serve somebody, whether it be somebody in your community, a stranger, whoever it may be. But I wanted to come on and share a little bit about 'tis the season. So it's Christmas time, it's holiday cheer, it's happy holidays, etc. All the fun things that everybody always says. And but those words that are spoken aren't always how we feel. And so I know this is a hard time of the year for so many rather than a happy time. And last night, I was really reminded of that as I sat with some inmates that I was administering to. I was surrounded by the worry of how family was doing back home. One of the inmates had trouble getting hold of their family at Thanksgiving time. And then when they did, he found that things were kind of falling apart back home. And then I had another one that was encountering the loss of a brother right now, and it was a sudden loss. Nobody really knew that he was sick or ill, and anyway, he has fallen ill and has been removed from life support. And so I'm sure he was going to get a phone call before too much longer that that brother's journey to heaven was headed that way. Then I had another one that mom had come for a visit for the weekend, which was a joyful time. However, he found out that mom had an encounter with a deer in her car on the way home. And that really kind of hurt him and disappointed him that if she hadn't had to travel all that distance to see him, maybe that wouldn't have happened. And so during this time of the year, I know those stories can happen at any time, but we tend to really hear about them hit home with us even harder at the holidays. And I think that's because we end up missing those that can't be here with us so much. So how can this be the most wonderful time of the year when so many things are happening that don't make us feel so wonderful? I will tell you that Christmas for me has changed dramatically over the years, off and on. It used to be my absolute favorite holiday, and I've slowly allowed it to get back there. But it's taken some time to allow it to get back there. I was wrapped up many years ago, as most of us are, in the hustle and the bustle of gift buying and holiday parties and work events and spending time with friends and family and making sure that everything was perfect for everyone and everyone was taken care of, no matter how much stress or strain it caused on me. I was determined that I would make sure everyone truly had a wonderful time of the year, at least at the end of the year. Then came a divorce and having to share my children with my ex-husband at Christmas. For the first time ever, I would find myself completely and utterly alone. My father was in prison. My mom always went to the bar with her new husband to celebrate there, and that wasn't necessarily where I wanted to be. I didn't want to interfere with my family or my friends and their family and the things that they would have going on for the holidays. I just felt like an intruder. So I didn't want to be that person. My grandparents had all passed away, and my house was completely silent with a beautiful glowing tree in the corner and no one to share it with. I'd made sure that I'd done an angel tree gift that year as well as any other year. I helped with the Evelyn Rivers coat project for those in need with winter coats. I did every service thing you could possibly think of that I could get my hands on. But that didn't really help matters for me while I was helping everyone else. It didn't heal the loneliness of my heart on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning when my home was empty. It became the most depressing time of the year for me. I would wallow in my sorrows, about having no one to really spend the holidays with and everybody being gone. My heart basically was not where it needed to be. I had lost my way. You see, I'd lost the sight of the true meaning of Christmas. I was, of course, wallowing in my sorrows for the things that were missing and had nothing to do with Christmas at all. One year, I decided to attend a beautiful candlelight at a local church. There was lots of people to smile at and to say hello to, some I even knew. There was amazing fellowship and music, but most importantly, there was a reminder of the true meaning of Christmas that made everything come back together for me. Isaiah 9:6 in the New Living Translation reads, "For a child is born to us, a son is given to us. The government will rest on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace." I just sat there for a minute. I had removed Christ from Christmas for far too long. I had stretched myself so thin, thinking myself, would honestly make someone else's Christmas better because of me and not because of him. I learned to slow down and really spend some time with our Father during this season. Celebrate and fellowship the true meaning of Christmas. I learned that I did not have to put unnecessary stress or financial strain on myself. I didn't need to prove anything to anyone. I didn't stop necessarily buying Christmas gifts completely, but I did stop doing as much as what I thought I needed to do to make someone happy. I embraced the quiet moments on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because those were not only the days in the year to cherish. You see, Christmas can be any day of the year because every day is a gift. Christ being born, served the people with an unselfish heart, and dying for our sins is something to celebrate every single day. Jesus served us until the very end on this earth, and he still serves us today spiritually. See, in John 13:1-5, the New Living Translation also states, before the Passover celebration, Jesus knew that his hour had come to leave this world and return to his Father. He had loved his disciples during his ministry on earth, and now he loved them to the very end. It was time for supper, and the devil had already prompted Judas, son of Simon, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had given him authority over everything, and that he had come from God and he would return to God. So he got up from the table, took off his robe, wrapped a towel around his waist, and poured water into a basin. Then he began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with a towel he had around him. This month, we here at Fortress of Hope are celebrating acts of service. Jesus washed feet, and maybe you aren't able to wash somebody's feet. Somebody may kick you for that. But there are so many other ways that you can get out there and serve, and it doesn't have to cost so much money. There's someone going through a loss that you know right now, I'm sure. Hug them and just listen to them. If you're able, clean their house or take them a dinner. There's a mother who is alone this holiday season and doesn't want to intrude on your family, even though you would welcome them with open arms. Go sit with her for just a little bit. Just go to her for just a few minutes and just sit with her and talk with her, maybe pray over her. There's someone that's coping with a tragedy that has hit their family. Smile with them. Talk about whatever it is they need to talk about. Invite them to a candlelight if you have one at your church. Those things are ways that we can serve people without it really costing us very much. And those are the ways that we can serve and not take Christ out of the season. We're serving from the heart, and we're showing the love of Jesus to each one of them. We're supposed to be kind and love our neighbor. Use the gifts you have been blessed with to bestow a blessing upon another. 'Tis the season. I hope each and every one of you have a very blessed holiday season and a Merry Christmas, and that you find the true meaning of this holiday season about Christ and not dwell so much about who's not at that holiday table or that empty house or whose stocking isn't getting filled this year. Because, my friend, it will be okay. And you will find peace if you can just allow yourself to really enjoy the reason for the season. With that, I also want to invite you to view or contact us or donate money to the ministry through fortressofhopeministries.com. You can also find us on our closed Facebook site at Hope for Prison Inmate Families. Our next Zoom meeting that we will all meet together, if you would like, is Monday, December 19th at 7 p.m. If you're not getting text messages yet of those reminders and those links, you can text all one word, FOH info. That FOH stands for Fortress of Hope. So that's FOH info. You text it to 806-602-0058. And that will start signing you up and sending you the meeting invites and the reminders so that you won't miss one if you would like to attend. We also have some extremely powerful resources on our free membership site, and it is foh.center. If you get signed up, it'll help you learn how to pray in the courtroom of heaven. You can review past videos and teachings. Shonda will have some special things that she will do on there. It's just a wonderful, wonderful site that will help you along your journey in this journey that we want to come alongside of you and just help you through. Also, if you haven't had an opportunity to order Shonda's book, Appeal to the Courtroom of Heaven, you can get it on shoplpc.com or amazon.com, and it will absolutely bless you. If you don't necessarily need it, maybe you know someone who needs it, and it's the holiday time. So what better gift to give right now than one of those books to somebody who's truly going through a journey with a family or member or loved one incarcerated. Most of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Everyone take care and be blessed. And don't forget the reason for the season.